let's talk about AI.
Okay.
Because it's going to rule the world one day, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Schwarzenegger back in the 80s was the first one that I was worried about.
We should have learned.
Or I guess 2001 HAL, if HAL ever comes to fruition, then maybe. Yeah.
So tell me, AI, it's coming for every business. It's going to replace all the jobs. All the truckers are going to be out of work in 2 days.
Oh yeah, I've heard
that.
about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So will AI actually meaningfully affect SEO and digital marketing?
Absolutely. Yeah, it absolutely will. Right now, it's a useful assistant tool. We can use AI to leverage certain things or to speed certain processes up. But really, at the end of the day, right now it's still humans engaging with the content. So if it doesn't feel human, if it's not edited correctly, it may not get the engagement that you're looking for. So like AI, people can kind of are getting better at filtering what is and isn't AI and are kind of attaching more to it. But I think that as AI improves, I mean, AI has been around for a long time. I mean, your calculator is technically AI, right? Yeah. So, AI has been around for a long time, and as it continues to improve, it will continue to be more and more prevalent. Right now, the way that we see it is, how do we use AI? How do we use that as the current tool that it is? Just as computers shifted the world, when they really came into the foray, and just as the internet did, technology continues to shift how we work with the world. And for now, I'm excited about it, but I know that there's people that kind of like look behind the curtain and they're afraid of it, and I understand that. And there's people that don't understand it at all; they're afraid of it, and that's normal. I think that's normal.
Yeah, I mean, in a certain perspective, it's just a tool, and you got to learn how to use the tool properly.
Yeah, currently that's where we're at, and at some point, if AI decides we aren't worthy, or it becomes dystopian futures like like replicants in Blade Runner or the Wall-E world, we'll see what happens,
Yeah, no, there you go. So with AI, I had this thought a little while ago, and Britt brought it up a little bit herself. And it's about how blogs are really important for websites because it's showing Google and Microsoft that your website's active.
Right.
It's being taken care of. New content's being up there, new data for it to engage with. That's great. Maybe this is just me, and maybe I'm in the minority. I don't go to many websites to read blogs. I know that they're great for websites, but is there a strategy where if I'm running a website, I got a blog, and I'm just going to chat GPT and I'm saying, write me a blog. I don't really care. Just upload it to the blog. Is that a valid strategy, or is that actually going to have unintended consequences?
I don't think it's completely invalid, but I do think you need to edit it at least. Blogs are a super useful tool to getting more content on your website. That content on your website increases the activity. It gets Google to trust you more. Those things are important. Using purely AI content, it makes it difficult for readership. So any readers who do come to your website may actually trust you less because they're like, this doesn't look real to me. That's kind of the biggest concern that I have with it. And I'm sure at some point, AI watermarks may come in, or Google will start to, punish that content for being AI generated, and they want human generated content. But Google's also pushing their own AI. I just saw this morning that Gemini got implemented into Gmail, so. Yeah. So it is becoming more and more prevalent, and it's right now that's the biggest advice that I would give is that if you're using AI generated blog content, that you use humans to edit it, to make it feel a little bit more real.
But again, like a tool, if you use it the right way, there's actually a way to use it.
Yeah, absolutely. You need the right, any tool, you need the right tool for the job, and in digital marketing, SEO is one of many tools, right? Yeah. But if I show up to a job site, right, like a traditional job site with a hammer and a screwdriver, and I start using the hammer on all the screws and the screwdriver on all the nails, it's like it doesn't work correctly. You need the right tool for the job.